Hello, everyone. It's Shamila Ramjawan from Johannesburg, South Africa, your host on the Red Corner Show today. My guest on the show is Dr. Melanie Falvey, who is half Spanish and half British, residing in Madrid, Spain. Dr. Falvey is the founder of Expert Channel TV, a visibility and authority strategist, video confidence coach, and TV host. She's also an award-winning designer, an author and speaker, as well as a human activist and philanthropist. Hello, Dr. Falvey, and welcome to the Red Corner Show.
Oh my goodness, thank you. And thank you for such a great intro. I'm so excited to be on the Red Corner Show. Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's only a pleasure. I'm just so excited to be chatting to you, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about your journey and where you are now. It's so exciting. You have such a beautiful bio. I was really intrigued. So before we go ahead, please tell me a little bit about yourself, background, family, anything that you would like to share with us.
Oh, lovely. Thanks for the opportunity. So it's funny because what I'm doing now has nothing to do to how I imagined my life, like when I was a kid, because I've always been terribly shy. I'm still terribly shy. But I've learned to overcome it in certain situations where I have to, be the speaker or whatever. But it's funny because now I see that many of the things that I was able to experience as a kid, or my upbringing, my education, in the end, I am implementing it all. But it's just interesting to see how I have evolved. Like, in a way, it's been such a journey. I've had to overcome so many limiting beliefs, I guess, like as everyone else. I think life is about growing, learning, and becoming a better version of yourself day by day. What's the point of life if you're not doing that? And the reason why I want to become a better version is it is for my own fulfillment, but it's really because I understood that I'm a vehicle. And whatever expertise, toolkits, knowledge, whatever gift, if you want to call it that, I have, it's just given to me as a way of helping others. And I think that for me in particular changed everything, because I was like, growing up, I was like, I'm the eldest of 4 siblings. Mm-hmm. So as a girl, the eldest, we all know what happens. I was the little good girl, really responsible, never did anything I wasn't meant to do. And you know what, growing up now as an adult, I think that wasn't the best thing to be. That was who I was as a kid. But I wish I had been more of a rebel.
Really? Do you really think so?
In a way I do, because what happens, I've always had really strong beliefs, even as a kid. And people outside, like teachers, mentors, adults, did see me as a leader, but I never saw myself as a leader. So I would always be behind the scenes. I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I unfortunately, because I was the good girl, I would win the writing competition or the school and things like that. But I soon realized that whenever I won something, I lost a friend. I mean, obviously, then you realize that they were not real friends, but it just became like bittersweet. And I just decided it's not worth it. It's not worth pursuing maybe not the spotlight, but maybe the prize, just because I'm the good girl, because in the end, I'm just losing all these friends. And I just decided, I guess, at some point to just, dim my light and be very quiet, stand in the back row and just stay very, very quiet. But at the same time, this inner nudge was pushing me. And I didn't realize at the beginning, but now I understand everything. Yes, there was a leader inside of me. And yes, that leader was very shy, but, fortunately, I've been able to learn the tools to become that vehicle to help others. So I just feel very, very blessed of the upbringing I had. And it's just how, I always think how fascinating it is, to see yourself as a kid and then see the adult version and think, oh my goodness, where are the similarities and where are the differences? It's just really interesting to see.
Yes, But, just going back a little, we all learn from our experiences, and, you've overcome so many challenges, just being that shy girl and now being confident and being, the founder of the Expert Channel TV. So what inspired you to start that and become an entrepreneur and start Expert Channel TV?
Right. So yeah, that's one of the things I cannot really explain unless I just own it and say that that is my mission, because there's no other way I could explain how this shy person who was petrified of being in front of a camera would now run a business that depends on cameras all the time. I mean, it's just absolutely a mystery to me. But again, it's because it's my mission and I'm just the vehicle. So I've always been an entrepreneur. I was a teacher. I wanted to change the world and make the world better by, through education. I think that happens to many of us.
Yes.
And then it just felt it wasn't a big enough challenge in a way. So I decided to pursue my creativity. I'm terribly creative, and that's why I became a designer. I think designers, are born, you then learn the craft and the skills, but it's just one way of expressing our creativity. So I decided to pursue that road, and it was fascinating.
So what designer are you?
I'm an interior designer and a jewelry designer. So it was a bit of a lifestyle brand that I created. And it was actually when I wanted to transition online that I discovered all these, technology and social media and the platforms and just a huge possibility. And since deciding to transition online, everything just became so much bigger and absolutely, out of it was just not in the plan. I just wanted to bring this lifestyle brand online to reach more people and inspire more people, and it just became something else. So in order for me to be able to be the face of the brand, that was a terrible struggle because, again, I've always been standing behind brand names and behind. Yes. I didn't want to be the face of brand, but I did understand that the way the, social media works and the way consumer behavior was changing, I had to step up and be the face of the brand. So by trying to overcome all my fears, and it took me a long time, I mean, years, but I became comfortable at the beginning, and then confidence on screen. And I discovered the power of that incredible transformation. So it's not just that you are able to communicate what you do, inspire people, and share your message, or even sell if you're using it for business purposes, but it's that inner transformation. I just became this completely different person. I was then able to speak up and speak out, and those really strong beliefs that I had as a kid, I was able to express them. And because I was so passionate about that transformation, I just want to make that transformation easy for everybody. So that's how Expert Channel TV was born. I was helping people become confident on video, and I wanted to provide a real life scenario for them to be able to implement the tools and the skills they were learning. And I just thought, okay, I'll just create a TV channel. But then it became like this huge thing. And I'm just excited to see where it's going, because again, because it's my mission, I just have I do have a vision, but I'm just exploring the possibilities and open to every single opportunity that's coming my way. And it's just fascinating.
Wonderful. So you speak about your fears, and I know the biggest fear was the confidence levels, and you overcame that, and now you have your own show, your TV channel. Just maybe give us some information on just the fears, how you overcame that, because I mean, I'm sure that wasn't just overnight.
I wish. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. It was so terrible. I remember the first video I tried to do was back in 2015. No, I mean, before that, I had done a ton of videos, but I was never in the videos. So I was using like little cartoons and doodles and all sorts of things, just PowerPoint presentations, basically. And then I decided to try doing a video, and it was just this tutorial creating a centerpiece, you know, and it was related to my design business. And that was back in 2015, and it took me, I mean, it was supposed to be a 15-minute tutorial, and I started recording 8 a.m. and it was 11:30 at night. I mean, the light was already gone, and I still hadn't got it right. I couldn't even say my name. I mean, it was so terrifying. It was absolutely terrible, like cold sweat. I was trembling. I didn't even get my name right. It was just pathetic. And I didn't like build up the courage, enough courage to try a second video until a year after.
Whoa,
And that's when
that's a long
I
time.
was single. Yeah. So the year after, I tried to do a tutorial on how to create like some Christmas stars or something. And again, it was so awful. And I thought, no, this has to change. I mean, it's just terrible. And the thing is, it was really affecting my brand also, because I kept getting invitations to be in publications, magazines, videos, and I was always saying no. In any case, I would just send a photo. I would send the actual jewelry design or whatever. I would send a photo along to the magazine, but it would never be my photo. And, you know, it was just so terrible. I mean, just to cut it short, I decided I had to change, and I tried absolutely everything, every technique I saw, I would try it. I mean, the EFT and the this and that and this and that. And in the end, I just found what worked for me and what worked for my clients. And I just thought, okay, let me just implement what I'm helping my clients with. Let's just use it on myself. And if it works, then it is a good framework. And that's what I did. And I just became my best testimonial. And in the end, it's just very, very simple tools. And it doesn't take years. You know, most of my clients are video ready, camera ready in 2 or 3 days. I mean, the whole system takes like 15 days, but nobody needs that long. And it's just such simple things that we can all do. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. And it's just so empowering when you're able to just show up and share your message. Because again, it's not about me being on video. It's about being able to make somebody's day or even life happier, better, easier. That's all it is. I'm just a vehicle. I know you know that too.
Yes, I so agree with you. And, you know, I like the fact that you didn't give up. And I think that was the great message that came through there, is that you persevered, and now it's a win-win-win. You know, and it goes back to what resonates with you is turning your biggest fear into opportunity.
Definitely. I found the secret to whatever success I might have in turning that fear into an opportunity. And because I was able to do it, I know anyone can, because no one was more afraid than I was. So if I was able to do it, anyone can. And it's just so empowering to be able to do that.
It's just believing in yourself, and that's exactly what you've done. So you also have a big heart when it comes to philanthropy. What are you doing in that space?
Oh, thank you for that. That is another one of my passions, and I just cannot separate it from my, you know, it's part of my business. It's in my business's core values. It's part of who I am. I'm a huge believer that we can achieve gender equality. And that's, you know, the work I do. I love seeing female leaders emerge. And I do believe that we all have a leader within us. It's just about finding that inner power and being able to become that leader. And when I say leader, I don't mean the leader of a big corporation or a big, you know, company. No, it's just the leader of your life. You know, you need to be able to lead your life and stop listening to all these biases and cultural things and the family and judgments. And no, you need to be able to be strong enough and powerful enough and confident enough to make your own choices. And that's what I'm all about. You know, I work in many different levels, maybe, of empowerment, many different stages, with different initiatives, but I'm just passionate about every single one of them.
You won many accolades and awards, Dr. Falvey. Take me through that recognition journey of yours, which is so inspiring.
Oh, thank you. You know what? That is part of having had to embrace that I'm here to make somebody's life better. And I had to, it's been a journey because, as I was telling you before, when I was a kid, whenever I won something, I would feel like I lost a friend. So I didn't want to win anything. I was completely against awards and all of that. And in recent years, without pursuing any award, I was, just being recognized for my work. And at the beginning, it just felt, instead of feeling, honored, I would feel scared and like, no, I don't want this. I don't deserve this. I really don't want to go there. But then I understood that in order for me to be able to help more women in particular, because we do have this tendency to think that being humble means I don't want any awards or any recognition. And that's a dichotomy that shouldn't go together. But I just had to learn to receive. And that was a huge lesson for me. That was huge. And that was terribly difficult. And I know if somebody watching this doesn't have that issue, I'm so happy for them. But it is very, very common, especially among women. And I wasn't even able to receive a compliment. I mean, up until I was 20 something, I remember when I started going out with my now husband, whenever I went to his family's home, like his mother was like the most adorable lady. And she would always say something nice to me. She would say, oh, what a beautiful dress, or you look lovely today. And my answer would be no. And I know it sounds crazy, like who would answer no? But it was my way of reacting to compliments. And I remember my husband once saying, I don't understand what, I think he might have thought, well, maybe she's thinking in English, she doesn't really understand it. But I mean, I don't have a problem because I speak both languages. But maybe he thought that it was like the excuse, okay, maybe she's just thinking in English. And he said, like, listen, when my mom says something nice to you, just say thank you. And so I started doing that, and it was terribly hard. And I did have to do more than that. I mean, I actually got help to be able to receive. So now every time I get recognized for my work, and it's just, that it's because of something I've done, and I always feel I haven't done enough to really get that award, but I use it as a motivation. It's just the fuel that keeps me going and keeps me, not that I need that fuel. I don't need the motivation. I already have it. But it's just that, it's nothing I take as, oh, now I have this. No, it's just like, okay, you're on the right track. Keep going, keep going. And it was part of the lessons you had to learn. You had to learn how to receive, because I think unless we are able to receive, we're also not, we might be giving, but if we're not receiving, we all know what happens. So now there's this beautiful balance in my life. I receive so much more that I feel I'm giving, but it just keeps everything flowing.
I love it. I simply love that. And you literally took the words out of my mouth, because I was going to say, we just give, and we must be prepared, and we must learn to receive. And that's exactly what you said. So I so believe in that. And, the more we receive, the more we want to give. So yes, it has a ripple effect. But just going on to the big C question, COVID has just come in and affected the entire globe. How has it affected your business and your personal life?
Right. So that's such a great question. And I know when I think of this, I know how much so many people have struggled. And it's just devastating. And I know when COVID started, I knew I had to do something. And because my platform was, providing content, we went all in. I've never done so many videos, so many interviews as when the pandemic started. And we started doing like the Good News Show and just things to uplift people and to give them solutions. I think so many people were stuck. They were losing their jobs. They didn't know what to do with their lives. They needed connection. People were really craving connection. And it was all about helping people make those connections online, teaching them the simple tech they could use, and also giving them the tools and the skills to maybe transition online or start something online. Now, I must say that because Expert Channel TV started as an online media channel, we were already online. So in that sense, we were not affected. I just felt because I already had that online platform, I could do a lot to help people.
Yes.
And in a way, it did help us like become bigger and better, because everything just exploded, because everything we were teaching and everything we were doing, people who had not been online before, they were beginning to get it. And, you know, so it's been, you know, this, again, this bittersweet thing, like, you know, so many people are struggling, but at the same time, you feel you have this tool that can help so many people. And that's, you know, I just went all in and used the platform for that.
That's great. It's awesome to hear some positive stories, you know, with regards to COVID. And I'm sure it's doing even better now. And I wish you all the best in your venture. But what can we expect from you in the near future?
Oh my goodness. You know, this is the fascinating thing about this journey. When you're on a mission, you don't really see the next step. You don't need to see it. But I just feel that, you know, I'm on the right track, and I feel that the right people are always in my circle. I have the most beautiful, inspiring, uplifting circle, and I feel so grateful about that. So I just want to keep doing the same, more, bigger, because that means I will be helping more people, inspiring more people.
Yes.
And that's as far as it comes to my business. But because that's so connected to my mission and my core values, anything that can empower people, anything that can bridge that, you know, gender gap, and we need to, you know, really start thinking in different ways all over the world. Obviously, we're all at different stages depending on where we're living, but just anything that allows me to do more and help more people, that's where I'm heading. Whatever that is, I'm ready to step up, you know, and overcome whatever I need to overcome.
Yes, I think just believe in God's plans.
Yes,
I still believe that as well.
exactly.
Dr. Falvey, as we approach International Women's Day, which is around the corner now, what is your message in line with the theme this year, Break the Bias?
Well, to be honest, I absolutely love this year's theme because it's been part of what I do at the Women Power movement. I think we need to ditch the labels and ditch the stereotypes, because that is taking us nowhere. I know they've been with us for so long. It's so culturally ingrained, but why not focus on the beauty of diversity? You know, we're all unique individuals. We're all unique. That's the beauty of being a human being. If we were not all completely different and diverse, we would be robots. So let's just embrace that and own it. And I know it's not easy. It's, you know, we can say it, but we need to actually do it. So because I was already doing some initiatives towards, you know, ditching the stereotypes and all that, I think what I would love us to do is to commit to, every time we listen to somebody stereotyping, let's just speak up and speak out.
Yes.
And I think now that I can speak up and speak out, you know, and when I was a kid, I always wanted to, but I just didn't find the courage to do it. Now it's something I do on a daily basis. So I love the reminder this year, because I think that will change so many things. And again, language is so powerful. Words are so powerful. So it just takes, you know, every time we listen to something, no, just say, no, that's not right. That's not right. Don't label. And, you know, I think we can, if we all contribute to that, everything will be different.
Yes, definitely. It's all about contributions, collaborations, and just fighting the cause. I think for us, it's important that we stick to our guns. It's about time that we implement. It can't just be an annual event where we go out there and we profess what we want to do, but nothing's been done about it. So I think it has to continue. The conversation has to continue, and we're going to make it win. So, it's all in our hands, and we have to make sure that we can make it happen. Great messaging from you there, Dr. Falvey. Anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I'm just delighted to be here, as you know, and I love what you're doing. I just want to thank you for what you're doing towards humanity. You do so many things, so many initiatives, and you're just such this inspiring figure and such an uplifting figure. And when I spoke about my circle being so beautiful, I thank you for being part of that circle. I do believe that through collaboration, as you were saying, and not competition, we can definitely change things. And sometimes it's not about changing the world on your own. It's about changing your family, your community, your inner circle, and that will have a ripple effect.
Yes, definitely. I like that. It's not about competition. The pie is so big, and we all can have a slice of that pie. It's all about collaboration. And we're going to end the show on that note. To everybody watching this video, I wish you a happy International Women's Day. And if you would like to be on the show, just as Dr. Falvey, please contact me on the Red Corner Show at gmail.com, and let's get chatting, and you too can inspire others. Thank you for watching. Bye.